Hi everybody, welcome back to another Warframe video. This is probably the weirdest start I will ever have to one of these videos. This is because I wanted to show you guys a weapon well, technically two weapons in this game that I so wish get buffed or get Incarnon adapters in the future, but knowing how stuff is, that's never going to happen. But these are two weapons that hold the place in my heart. They'll be my most used weapons. Okay, one of them not as most used because it's absolutely ass. But both of these weapons hold very special places in my heart. You just look, the sound, the feel, just one of those weapons that you can't explain. The first one we are going to show you is the Baza or the Baza Prime. Now, the reason why this one doesn't have much resources into it because it would be pointless. Sure, you can use this in normal steel path with your standard viral heat and slash builds, but don't expect this to be like crazy or anything. You're better off, which essentially this is like an everyday assault rifle with high accuracy. Which, if this was to get a Incarnon adapter, this would be one of the good ones to actually get one due to its high accuracy and rate of fire. So it'd be able to build up a Incarnon charge very easily with this high accuracy. Because to be honest with you, this thing has literally no recoil, and I mean literally, and very high rate of fire. So this thing is this thing is a laser beam if I've ever seen one. No mods on it. I don't have much shit unlocked for this. I need to actually start doing that. But we're just gonna do a couple of these elite lancers at max level, whatever mine is. Which, no mods, shooting this guy in the damn face. I mean, yeah, but let me find a spot in here. But even from this range, as you can see, this thing's accuracy is really good. Really good. Now, cat, could you just like fuck off for 5 minutes? Now, a couple things you're gonna compare this to is the stuff like the Bratton, because this is essentially a assault rifle that if you actually look at the normal version, it is a submachine gun. Don't listen to that. It's essentially a assault rifle that does no damage. One of the ones you would compare this to is the Bratton Prime, or something other like the some other assault rifle, which there's a shit ton better options. One I would probably use over this all the time is probably something like the Stulta, even the fucking Golfta Prime, or wherever the hell my Kuba Carrick is in this menu. And then even with your standard viral and slash build, which I have on this thing, no, I don't have fire, but that's a whole other thing. And if you look at the stats of this thing, it's not that bad. It's really not. I mean, 20% crit chance, I'm pretty sure is a little on the higher end, and a 3 times crit multiplier by base is also a bit on the higher end. The only thing that I think can, yeah. Which, this is your standard viral and slash build. Shoot this MF in the face. I mean, just purely with the slash procs, you're doing really good there. Just purely with the sheer amount of slashes you are proccing on an enemy. I mean, sure. And with the Incarnon adapter, I have Arcane Rise on this. That Arcane Rise on my Mirage. That is not helping me with showing you guys this thing at all. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you shoot this thing. Yeah. I have 3 times galvanized multi-shot, but that's what you would need to make this thing even worth it, to make any of the damage. This is one of the weapons I wish got in Incarnon form, because it doesn't actually have a special R3 fire. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't have a special trait. Which it doesn't, so this would be one of the ones that'd be nice. Now, the second one is arguably my most favorite weapon in the game, and it's literally at the top of my usage, is the Sabaris Prime. This thing is your standard lever action rifle with a two round burst feature. What the hell is supposed to be there? Get back in there. I don't know why that's not in there. Which, if this weapon had an Incarnon form, I would literally use nothing else. This would be the baby, my baby, everything else can go fuck itself type of weapon. It is a 2-round burst lever action rifle with really good accuracy, a bit of recoil, so I would recommend, and decent fire rate too. I guess fire rate's pretty good. But for the Incarnon Genesis adapter system, this is essentially the Zilok, but in rifle form. But the Zilok has a Incarnon form, which depresses the hell out of me. I'd rather have this thing have a Incarnon form than the goddamn Zilok. And plus, it looks cool, and when you pull it, the whole front, the whole ornate, horns or whatever the fuck is on the front of these, pulls up. It's nice looking. No build on it. You know, with a Incarnon adapter, this thing would be perfect for the Incarnon system. Stats are pretty good, in my opinion. 30% crit chance. That's pretty high. That's higher on the list. Like it's higher than average. 2% multiplier. Now that's pretty much average, but with 30% chance, it's not bad. And 25% status chance. Now I love primary frostbite builds. Where the fuck is it? I love primary frostbite builds, so this thing wouldn't be the worst if you were to put like any type of cold mod and galvanized aptitude. I need to max mine out. I don't got the resources for that at the moment. But doing something like that is nice. I don't know why this is named that. I don't know why this is named that. This is your standard viral slash build. Where the fuck? Why the hell do I not have this on here? Why do I have galvanized aptitude instead of this? That's one of the problems. I do highly recommend Vile Precision. I need to put more format into this to fit a max level 1 on here. But even some like a normal one like this, or even some like where they got another stabilizer, which does the same thing. I don't know why I focus can't fit that one. But some like a stabilizer as rank 0 stabilizer with 15% is a notable decrease in the recoil. Like with a rank 1 Vile Precision, as you can see, there is virtually 0 movement in this thing. Now, I would hope that would be intrinsic with the Incarnon adapter in this thing. There would be one of the utility trees would have less recoil, because this thing, if that was the case, you'd be putting something else in that Exilus slot. I mean, I always default to Vigilante Supplies due to the crit buff. Not a wise choice I know of. You wouldn't need accuracy because this thing's a laser beam as it is. You wouldn't even need ammo with this thing. The only thing I'd put in here is some like a tactical reload. Because I like to swap weapons. I don't like to use one singular goddamn weapon. I like to swap between weapons all the time. And this is a build with a Riven mod, which this is also one of the guns I love a Riven for, because it's level 4 disposition, which means that the stats are going to be quite high, which is what you need. Now, I'm not sure if we could see it, because I don't... Okay, we can't do this. Let me see if I can look up on the phone. The normal Sabaris has the exact same Riven disposition at level 4. With... what does the Dex one have? Even the Dex one getting a Incarnon adapter would be fine, because the Dex Sabaris, I think, is a little better in terms of its pure crit chance, but overall base damage is pretty ass. This one also has the same with the Riven disposition of 4. But for the Incarnate system, this would be one of the great ones. Same thing with the Baza Prime, because they are a laser beam of weapons, and they would get their Incarnate Genesis forms easy. And these are weapons you very rarely see. Like, you never see a Sabaris or a Baza. Now, the Sabaris, I started playing Warframe right before Deimos was a thing. Like, I got the game years after its release. Like, I started playing the... I actually started playing the game. I got the game when Deimos... Like, before the Deimos... any of Deimos was a thing. And I started playing a little after it. I started playing the game before... Like, right before the Ghost of the Zeraman or whatever the fuck it was. I started playing somewhere before that. So I don't know anything about the Sabaris. I know for the fact that this thing is... What is this thing? Decent back then? Or the boss? I don't know. But they're weapons you basically never see. I say that, but there's a shit ton of weapons here you never see. But these are two weapons I hold very close to my heart due to looks and feel and just the general performance. I didn't even go up there and shoot enemies with the Sabaris, this build. Let me go up here. Hey guys, you wanna know what murder feels like? Like, as you can see, it's not bad in terms of like a slash weapon. Like with the, like, if you, like when you get a slash to proc, like that's some pretty good slash from what I'm concerned with. Like that is some pretty good slash. Which, to a lot of guns is very important, which is like this like a meta setup. The only problem is, another problem with this thing is the damn reload speed is pretty lengthy. So you would put a reload mod to kind of like balance it, but you don't want to really waste a slot for a reload at all. But the Sabaris is a weapon that I hold very close to my heart. Much like the Corinth Prime as well. But these are two other weapons I hold very close to my heart, and I wish they got some type of love, like a Incarnon Adapter, because these are weapons I want to see more of. And I would happily put, like, this weapon, like, I was sort of about usage, this weapon would easily be up here somewhere, like with the Sabaris, in terms of usage, because it's one of my favorite. Like, just look at this thing. This thing is adorable AF. This is one of the cuter guns in the game. It's one of the best sounding in the game, in my opinion. And it also has a pretty adorable skin for it. Ornate skin. With the ascending with the Sabaris. This is arguably, in my opinion, okay, and personally, in my opinion, one of the best looking guns in the game. Due to just how it just sheerly looks, it even has a really good skin for it, which is the Sabaris Overload skin, which makes it look really ornate. But I think the Prime skin looks better, which I really wish that DE would let us do something like the freaking Corinth Prime. They don't allow you, like, for Warframes, they let us swap between their normal and their Prime skins. Why can't we do that for our weapons for the ball game? But these are both of the weapons I wish got a lot of love, more love, and some type of Incarnon Adapter. Because, like I said, they just hold a very special place in my heart. Always will. I don't bust them out that much because, practically speaking, they're not great, pretty much. Now, the Sabaris Prime would probably get the same Incarnon Genesis adapter as the Zylok, probably, where it is a charge weapon. Let me show you. I have the Zylok equipped. The Zylok headshot, charge it, and you hold the trigger, charges up, releases a fiery explosion. Now, that's something I would think that the Sabaris Prime would also get, is that Incarnon form, because basically the Zylok is a baby version of the Sabaris and vice versa. And then the Baza Prime would probably get something close to something like the Bolter and the Soma Prime, via how they're both automatic weapons, albeit different categories. The Bolter Prime, you get headshots, and then it turns into a fully automatic, essentially shotgun. Turns into essentially a fully automatic shotgun that, well, you want something to fuck your enemies up, this is one of them. So that's probably something close to what the Baza would get as well. But, like I said, the Sabaris and the Baza Prime are two weapons that hold very close to my heart. And I wish they got some type of Incarnon love, because I think they do need it. But then in that regard, some like a Tigris Prime. Well, no, Tigris Prime you do sometimes see it, but very rarely. But like I said, for personal reference, for me, these are two weapons that I wish got some Incarnate love, because they hold special places in my heart. And I would love to put more resources into them, but they'd be guns I take into like Steel Path Exterminations and want to fuck enemies up with some weapons I love, but nothing serious. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this weird little video and somewhat of a rant about two guns I wish were better but are not. If you did enjoy, leave a like. I really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hit that sub button for more videos like this from right here. For the gameplay, my opinions, tips that are hopefully helpful, and general gameplay that you guys probably don't give a shit about. Peace out. Love you all. Stay warm, stay healthy. And yeah, see you on the next one. Love you all.